The United Nations Human Rights Commission has received a mandate to collect evidence of crimes during the Sri Lankan civil war that ended in 2009. The resolution aimed at promoting reconciliation, accountability and human rights was adopted with the majority of 22 votes against 11 and 14 abstentions. And while the rights groups have welcomed the move, Colombo said the resolution lacked authority as the majority of the 47-member body didn't support it.
UNHRC, the UN human rights body, has adopted a resolution calling for accountability for human rights violations committed in the final phase of Sri Lanka's war against Liberation Tigers of Tamil Eelam or LTTE. The United Nations believe that 80,000 to 100,000 people died in the 26-year conflict, and Colombo, with its current president Gotabaya Rajapaksa, who was then the defense chief of the country, with current prime minister and the then president Mahinda Rajapaksa, led the violations. Around 40,000 people were killed in the last phase and 20,000 went missing before the war concluded. The vote was 22 in favour, with 11 against, including China and Pakistan, and 14 abstentions, including neighbouring India. Sri Lanka, however, has ridiculed the move, saying it doesn't hold merit for it didn't receive a yes from even half the strength of UNHRC.
They want to have a special process against Sri Lanka to collect various information. This is what this resolution initiates, but leading to much more dangerous objectives if they were able to succeed. Out of the 47 countries of the Human Rights Commission, they could harness only 22. 25 votes was not on their side of the resolution. They did not say yes to the resolution. This is the most important message that the countries in Geneva has given amidst great pressure by the European countries on them.
In the resolution, the Human Rights Council also expressed deep concern at what it calls a deteriorating situation in the island nation. The Council also said that judicial independence was increasingly eroding in the country and minorities were being marginalized. The resolution also called on the Sri Lankan government to revise the law on the prevention of terrorism, which rights groups have warned is being used as a weapon targeting dissidents and minorities in the country. Under the PTA, it is permitted to detain anyone suspected of causing acts of violence, a religious, racial or communal disharmony.
It's clear that the resolution has had no majority approval of the Council. This is the reality, whatever they want to say. And any of these resolutions, without the consent and the acceptance of the country concerned, cannot be implemented. That is the basic principle.
The government of Gotabaya Rajapaksa had officially withdrawn from co-sponsoring the previous resolution undertaken by the previous government. It had called for an international investigation into alleged war crimes committed by both the government troops and the LTTE during the final phase of the near 3-decade-long civil war that ended in May 2009. Observers say that it is highly unlikely that Colombo will cooperate with the investigation that will take months to launch. However, a resolution against what many see as a charge against Rajapaksas has already rendered a major blow to the government.